questions yesterday on how well Valentino works for dust. So this is the Valentino 5, and I hid it here with my e-file. That's what it has a little more. You can turn it on super low, but I don't know what good anything that is. I just turn it all the way on. Has a really big surface to work on, which is really nice. I use my zebra sanding bands, and I'm pretty much at full speed here, so that's about 30,000 RPM. And I'm going to go around, but I'm going to just leave. You'll see that the reason is I do not want to create any rings of fire or damage on her nail. And in order to do that, you don't want to be doing this technique. So keep your electric file flat on the nail, quick from one side to the other. I get a lot of questions on what's the speed of your sanding band? Why do you use a sanding band instead of a carbide bit? Carbide bits, honestly, just the sound drives me crazy. I can't handle it. I have a thing with sounds, and that's one of them. Also Seinfeld. I can't watch Seinfeld. Like after everything, my husband has tried to find somebody who has removed that riff off Seinfeld so that we can watch it together, and I can't do it. Isn't that funny? I just can't do it. Anyway, I'm going to try to keep her about centered over this nice thing here. You are going to get dust on your hands, so I always keep a dust brush next to me. So when I finish each hand, I can remove it off my hand and then remove it off my client's hand. When you are taking your length down, you need to make sure that you're balancing your e-file on your fulcrum finger straight up and down, and then go from one side to the other. Okay? And I always go up underneath a bit. That is how you properly take out length, and she likes them quite short. So I take them to the fingertip, and then with my hand file, I'll show underneath a little bit more for her. If you see lifting, see how I'm working my bit this direction? The reason for that is, again, so that you don't create rings of fire. And if there's any lifting, like maybe there's a tiny smidge there, I would slow down my speed a bit, but I'm still without a foot pedal, which makes me sad. So at this full speed, I'm just a lot more cautious about how much I am near her natural nail. So I do it a lot more by hand and with my fret bit when I get to that phase. So in the world of nails, dust is an issue. I remember 20 years ago when I was a new nail tech, there was a lot of talk about, is there anything to do with dust? And there really wasn't much that anyone could do with dust on a regular basis. And people would say, oh, what about the people who wear masks in the salon? I said, well, are they wearing masks when they're removing product, or are they wearing it when they're putting product on? Because a lot of the non-standard salons, you would actually find out that if you paid attention, they weren't actually wearing them when they were removing dust. A lot of times they were just wearing them when they were putting product on because their product was quite toxic. So I do that, and then we go to the next hand. That pushes the dust in the middle. So the trick of these filter systems is that you do need to shake out your dust on a regular basis. Like after every client, I typically will pound it onto the side of my trash can that has a lid. So I pound it in there, and then I quickly close the lid so that the dust stays into the trash can and not all over everything. There are a couple different fan systems out there, and if you're shopping for one, the biggest thing to look for is the speed at which the fan can function. So back when I searched for systems, Valentino basically, they're like, it's like a jet engine, which it was way louder, was way heavier. These ones are really, really lightweight compared to the older Valentinos. It was a nice, pleasant surprise because I actually used to lift mine up and down a lot. Oh, I hit her skin. I think I was playing with the Valentino. My apologies, my dear. haven't done that in ages. Be careful you don't give your clients a kiss. That kind of kiss is not welcome. So be real careful. She's going to hate me even more when I clean it. She's cursing at me quietly. Hey guys, I know there's just a couple of you hanging out with me. Hopefully Nancy sees this video. This is for Nancy. Specifically, she wanted to see the dust situation and how it's collecting. You have other dust systems and you wonder, is your dust getting everywhere? It should be going into one central location. I mean, you can see it as I do it. The dust really goes straight down. My hand just gets in the way, which is why I get so much on my hand. But I dust it off right after. Again, straight up and down, go from one side to the other when you're shortening. And then if you need to come up underneath and thin it out, you can. I'm going to put down my e-file, turn it off, and then I get 2 full hands to dust. So I usually dust my hand first so that I can then hold my client's hand and I'm not holding their hand but a dusty hand. So if you look at, and then I go ahead and do this, hers is a little bit difficult to tell because we did have such a light color, you almost can't even see it on there. I will do a video like this again with someone who has a darker color so you really can see the little pile that might build up, and also she had shorter nails so you're not going to see much. But all you do is you pop this out, and I just take this over and I bang it on the side of a garbage, and most of that dust comes down. But as you can see, you probably could get away with that short of a nail a couple of clients before you really have to do that. So hopefully that helps. That's all I'm going to video today, and maybe we'll talk to you guys in a little while with another client, but it is a busy, packed day today, so we shall see. All right.